strong allegation that there was no collation at the polling unit level, at the ward level, at the local government level, there was no collation. So it is a very serious allegation that and constitutes a violation of the provisions of the Electoral Act, which is mandatory. The law says there shall be collation of result at the ward, which is a condition sine qua non for a proper, free, fair, and credible electoral process at the ward and local government level, because you cannot ascribe any probative value or any relevancy on the result declared at the state level without a good foundation where it is emanated. Nobody voted at the State Collation Centre or State Collation, as the case may be. So it leaves much to be desired and expected when at that process the electoral agent of a political party will make allude to such a serious allegation, which is a violation of the provisions of the Electoral Act. So where such violation has occurred, there should be consequences as listed under the provisions of the Electoral Act. The presiding officers, there are punishments where the law says in the Electoral Act, where the presiding officer fails to observe the responsibility as listed in subsection A, 1 and B or C above, he shall be liable to conviction for 6 months imprisonment, some 1 year imprisonment or option of fine, or both, as the case may be. We want to see some of these sections being practicalized, being put into use by INEC. That apart, with respect to the incidences that occurred at the polling unit level, vote buying and voter intimidation and what have you. Chapter 9 of the Electoral Act deals with electoral offenses. When you look at section 123.
Yes, Mr. Otapupu.
Section 1,
Mr. Otapupu, I mean, you've done fantastically well in expatiating and breaking down what needs to be done, especially the processes of collating the results from the ward down to where it is now. But I just want to quickly break in. We do hear reports that there is an ongoing protest right now in Benin City, and we hear that it is from the PDP, where they're protesting that the results have been inflated to favor the All Progressives Party. We'll just quickly join our correspondents there live. As you can see on the screen, the protest is being carried out as we speak currently. So these are the live feeds, or this is the live feed that you can see on the screen. Let's get to hear what the protesters are indeed saying. All right, so if you take a look at the screen there, you can see these are protesters from the People's Democratic Party. They seem to include people of varying ages, talking about older women, older men, the youth are equally involved. You can see them with their flags, and the protest is ongoing. We do hear that there are speakers just to ensure that they can make their voices heard very loudly. And their protest is because they're stating that the results have been inflated. The results seem to have been doctored, but that statement has not been decided to be true or mentioned to be true. But this is a live protest. This is a live feed coming all the way from Edo State, where the gubernatorial election was held just yesterday. And the protesters are indeed, talking tough. But let's come back to you, Mr. Otapupu. You can see that a protest starting off very early. No one would have expected that there would be a protest at this time, especially with the fact that 16 LGAs, the results have been out from these 16 local government areas, and then just few more to go just to ensure that everything is rounded up. And later on this evening, we should be expecting to get a concrete result of who the winner is. What's your take on the protest that has actually erupted just now, even before the collation is concluded?
Yes, I am not surprised with what is going on the street of Edo State, on the street of Benin, because you recall that earlier on, there was a press conference by the PDP monitoring committee, so to say, headed by Governor Fintri, who had, accompanied by Governor Baseki and other governors, made a press release wherein they, purportedly declared the results, announced results, ascribed to PDP and the APC across some local government of Benin State, wherein it is alleged that they allege that the PDP won in most of the local governments, and there is a underground plan. There was an underground plan to change the mandate and the will of the people to change the PDP victory. But that has been there. The governor or whoever does not have the locus, does not have the capacity, the virus, to make a declaration unauthorized outside the requirements of the provisions of the law, because the other persons are saddled with responsibility. So it's a violation of the provisions of the Electoral Act for the governor to have done that. And I believe that Governor Fintri should know better, because he benefited from what we call due process. Recall that after the 2023 governorship election in Gamawa State, unauthorized persons went on air to announce the result, wherein APC candidate, the lady candidate of APC, was declared winner. But INEC came up based on public pressure and advocacy. Some of us mounted on air and everywhere. INEC came up and counseled and what the officer announced, that the person was not authorized to announce the result. It was cancelled, and the person who is designated to announce the result was properly announced the result, which brought in Governor Fintri. So he shouldn't have engaged in such, because that machinery was also used against him.
All right, Mr. Otapopo.
I think what they said, when they want to use that to say, maybe to let the whole world know what was going on. But INEC, on their part, the delay in collation at the state level leaves much to be desired. That delay, there could be some intrusion or sabotage, as the case may be. So it goes to conform with what PDP have already alleged and stated, that certain things are going on underground to sabotage the process. But whatever it is, the result has been declared as it were on the national television by the persons appointed by INEC to pronounce it under Section 65 of the Electoral Act, which INEC issued their report this morning to say that they are in the process of start collation. Under Section 65, only the collation officer and the returning officer has the power to make a return and a declaration. And
all right, Mr. Otapopo, let me quickly, sorry to butt in right now. Sorry to cut in, but let's quickly join the protests right now, as we have live feeds as well, and we understand our man is on ground, Amadine Uyi, who would equally give us more updates on what's really happening. But then again, let's see, as rightly mentioned, a protest has erupted at Edo, in Edo State right now, following the current results coming from the 16 LGAs. These are all PDP members, or you could say PDP astute followers, who are coming out to speak and talk about how they do not like what they are seeing and what they hear, especially the results. But let's take a listen to what they're saying, and then we'll see if we can quickly connect with our man, Amadinui.
It's peaceful protest. We are not here to cause a riot, not a fight. We are only expressing our grievances. Thank you, sir. God bless you all. Hello, please. We come to protest. I will come to. Hello. Please. But please, we come from. We are one. Hello, we are PDP. We come to fight for our rights. People, please. Hello. I'll leave that one because that one is on the road. Hello, please. Let's come and do the meeting. Please. Anybody who tell you when you say you want cause wahala, we go hand over you to police. Okay, we go all about ourselves. Everybody will go say we want cause problem. We go beat her. We go kill her. We go finish her. We go finish the police. Police will not. Police. Anybody who misbehave here, we will beat about ourselves. Like police will have been our own. We got our own. Don't misbehave here. We will beat us to the court. We will tell to two. What the problem? The people don't talk. They say anybody will do anyhow. We go do with the best by ourselves. Anybody who want to scatter what we go do for you. Because we know say that we won't send people. When they call you, come cause wahala. And we not go do, we go know them. We go know them. If they say you come, you better live here. Because if we identify you, no wahala. Sorrow never ever. If I say they here we go prosper, I know we know they go back. I saw you go down there for governor. Sure, that is a comment. I get so many things. INEC, we are still telling you, you can hear us. This is the voice of the people. We know that you can see us. In your homes right now, whatever you are doing, INEC, we know you can hear us. We want to send a clear message to you. Anything other than what the will of the people has declared, we want to let you know that we will not accept it. We will not agree to it. We have the result as posted on RM, which is the acclaimed and agreed portal, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, to display the result of every election in Nigeria. And we have calculated it, and there is a clear winner. And that winner is Aswa Igotulu. And we have come to say that anything other than that, we will resist it to the very end. Edo State is not Nigeria. Edo people, Edo is not Nigeria. We have a mandate that has been declared. And that is why from every corner of Edo State we have come here today to say, INEC, give us our mandate. Give us our mandates. Anything other than the mandate of Edo people, we will not agree. We want to let you know that we are not going to court. This is our court. There is no court. This is the Edo Parliament. This is the Edo court. This is the Edo court. And according to our records, there is a clear winner. And any other winner outside that, I want to let INEC know we are not going to agree. The way we resisted oppression, we are still going to resist it. Enough is enough. And we are telling Nigeria, wake up. And though we are saying no, we are in a democracy. We are in a democracy. This is not an authoritarian system of government. This is not an authoritarian system of government. We have voted en masse for a candidate. We will not allow manipulation. We will not allow the rigging machine. The rigging machine that has been working, it is going to be dismantled in the state today. In this election, it will be dismantled. And that is why we are here.
The video that you could see there is indeed a mild protest taking place now in Edo State, where protesters from the People's Democratic Party have come out to say that they would not in any way accept the current results, which indeed has seen the APC take the lead at the just concluded gubernatorial election. Most importantly, they made certain statements which ordinarily seem to be threats. They've said that they would beat anybody who comes within their midst to indeed destabilize that mild protest that you just saw on the screen. They've also gone ahead to say that Edo is not Nigeria, although we wonder where Edo State really is. but of course it is part of Nigeria. But they say Edo is Nigeria, possibly meaning that they will not allow what took place somewhat in the 2023 presidential election. They also say that they need their mandate and they've made their own decision. But that's exactly what's coming out live from Edo State. And our job is to make sure that you get every single detail of what's going on. The protesters, no doubt, are people of different ages, from old to young, as you can see, especially the youths also driving that protest and the conversation. But we have our man who's on ground in Auchi right now, Amadine Uyi, who joins me this afternoon. Amadine, thanks for being here, noting that you had to take a long trip as well to go to different parts of the state. But then again, let us know what the situation really is from your end.
Okay, I didn't get you clearly.
Yes,
but,
I mean, what's the situation? What's the situation like from your end?
Situation on ground in Auchi. Now, I'm standing at the Auchi Road here, and here there is a pervading calm. First of all, I will establish that this is a stronghold of the All Progressives Congress, and so a lot of their supporters came out en masse to vote. But before I give my own analysis of what I've seen, let me just get to a gentleman who is willing to speak to us. Now, don't worry. Now, just tell us your name and what you do.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Timothy Gabriel. So, I'm from Mount here. So, we are at Utukwe along Bodelo Road. So, what I have to express is that this election was so sweet and successful, and no fight, no cheating, everywhere was good. And out of 18 we are looking for, we have 16, and APC is leading, which is very good. That is just my opinion of this election for now.
For a lot of you who came out to vote, you have said that you voted for the APC.
Yeah.
How do you feel how are you feeling now that you are hearing that your party APC is leading?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy because I know that this country will get to an end and it will favor us. It will favor and everything will be okay. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. It was successful. We don't even expect it in this way. Because when there were so much people have thinking that this election will cause this, that will happen, this will happen, but nothing like that. It was so sweet, and I'm very happy for that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your name again?
Timothy Gabriel. Thank you.
You have heard it from Timothy Gabriel, a resident of Auchi here. He has just summarized the feeling of many on ground. We spoke to some who did not want to speak on camera, but they are excited about the results, and a lot of them said that they expected it. So despite the fact you are hearing that there are aggrieved people are protesting in Benin City, for Auchi is an entirely different story. A lot of them were spoken to here, which is supposed to be the capital of Edo North, the Edo North Senatorial District. They are ecstatic and they are excited and are looking forward to clinching the poll.
All right. Well, Amadine, we'll take a look at the local government that has actually been won by the APC. And coincidentally, while you are telling us what's happening there in Auchi, in other parts of Edo State, people are indeed protesting. Is there any sign of a protest? And tell us if the security operatives are still on ground, especially where you are.
Now, I can tell you confidently that I covered the Edo Central and Edo North area, senatorial districts of Edo State. And when I mean the Edo Central, I started yesterday morning from Ekoma. From Ekoma, I went to Irua. From Irua, I went to Uromi, 3 key towns within the Edo Central. And from then, I came back to Auchi. Within Auchi, I went to Iyamo. Within these areas, there was no sign of people upset. We spoke to a lot of agents. They were satisfied with the voting. In fact, Yesterday evening, after we saw that voting had rounded up, we went to the Ward Collation Centre here in Auchi, where all the polling unit agents were taking their results to the ward. There was a peace in that atmosphere, and there was no sign that people were aggrieved.
Okay, let's also, I did ask about security operatives. Are there still security personnel on ground, or it's done and dusted and everyone is starting to return back to where they had come from?
Now, remember that even in terms of security, some were even saying that that security, the state was overwhelmed with security personnel, because at every polling unit we visited, there were not less than 3 security personnel just at the polling unit. Then there were others that were dispersed around the voting area. Also on the expressway, we saw various military checkpoints. Yesterday we sent the visuals where you saw that the military enforced a no movement order. So in terms of security, there was not much problem with security. In fact, some of them were even hostile, but after we identified ourselves and made our point that we were accredited to cover the elections, they let us have our way.
Great talking to you, Amadine Uyi, joining us from Auchi in Edo State. You've been crisscrossed to different parts of the Edo State and following the gubernatorial elections. We'll get back to you, and hopefully we'll get to hear what the latest news is from where you are.